में शेप्स का डिवीजन 3 मेन कैटेगरीज में, लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल polygons and then circles. Like polygons are separated from circles. Polygons are all those closed shapes which are formed by straight lines. ठीक है. Second category is circles. फिर उसके बाद आते हैं हम थ्री डिमेंशनल शेप्स के ऊपर, लाइक विच आर पॉलीगॉन्स एंड सर्कल्स 2 डिमेंशनल में, फिर 3 डिमेंशन में. अब इन 3 डिमेंशंस में हर फेस को हम एक एज अ पॉलीगॉन भी ट्रीट करेंगे, सो दैट कम्स लेटर ऑन. फिर एक आती है जो 2D. सो बेसिकली जो 2D में आपके पास हैं दो कैटेगरीज, एक पॉलीगॉन्स है और एक सर्कल्स है. फिर इनका कॉम्पोजिशन भी आता है, मतलब कंपाउंड पिक्चर्स बना के दे देता है वो, जिसमें एक लेट सपोज ट्रायंगल है और या फिर कोई सर्कल का कोई कंपोनेंट उसके साथ अटैच्ड है. इस तरीके से 3D शेप्स के साथ भी कंपोजिशन. बट बिफोर वी मूव टुवर्ड्स द कंपाउंड पिक्चर्स, we need to understand each of them separately in details. So today our first topic when it comes to polygons is angle properties of polygons. But before jumping to that, just a quick, what things you should be aware of. I'm not going to teach them in detail. Having said that, you all are students of IGCSE. um, जो रेक्टेंगल हो गए, स्क्वायर हो गए, रोम्बस हो गया, पैरेललोग्राम हो गया, ट्रेपीजियम हो गया, इन सब की बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज आपको पता होनी चाहिए. when I use the term basic properties, so it means when I, for example, let's talk about a parallelogram. Parallelogram has two sides, like a pair of equal lengths. ठीक हो गया? Not all four sides are equal, a pair of equal lengths. And not all angles are equal. We have opposite angles which are exactly the same. फिर इनके diagonals को लेके आपको उनकी properties पता होनी चाहिए. The diagonals are not of exactly the same length. फिर इस तरीके से rhombus क्या होता है, kite क्या होता है, इनकी बेसिक आपको शेप्स के डिटेल में पता होनी चाहिए. नहीं पता तो बेशक आप इसको थोड़ा सा स्टडी करें, सारी शेप्स को सामने रखें, कोई क्वेश्चन आता है तो आप मेरे से पूछिए. Okay, today we will be talking about angle properties of polygons. This is how basically the Cambridge has divided. Polygons की पहले angle properties, फिर polygons के ऊपर हम बात करेंगे. फिर exactly the same way circle की angle properties, फिर circle के questions होंगे. Okay? Okay, angle properties of polygons. What is the smallest polygon? Triangle. ठीक है? So which has 3 sides. You cannot have a polygon from 2 straight lines. Closed polygon has to be a closed shape. So the smallest polygon is a triangle. For largest, there is no limit. Okay. In your syllabus, you should know the names of polygons up to 10-sided shapes. That is, अगर आपको 20 तक आते हैं, very good. But 10 तक आपको लाजमी पता होने चाहिए. For example, 3-sided polygon को triangle बोलते हैं. 4-sided polygon को क्या बोलेंगे? Quadrilateral. Very good. And 5-sided shape को pentagon. 6-sided shape को hexagon. 7-sided shape को heptagon. 8-sided shape को octagon. 9 nonagon. Okay, and 10 decagon. ठीक हो गया? 10-sided shape is decagon. तो 10 तक तो आपको लाजमी पता होना चाहिए. और क्यों पता होना चाहिए? एग्जामिनर क्वेश्चन पूछ लेता है कि आप लोग ने कोई पॉलीगॉन की नंबर ऑफ साइड्स कैलकुलेट किए और आंसर 10 आया, तो वो आपसे पूछता है कि व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द पॉलीगॉन, देन यू हैव टू मेंशन दैट इट इज अ डेकागन. ओके, ऑलराइट. नेक्स्ट इज, एक तो ये नेम्स, अगर आपको नेम्स नहीं आते यू कैन गूगल इट, वहां से आपको विद स्पेलिंग्स आपको मिल जाएंगे, करेक्ट स्पेलिंग्स. ऑलराइट, एंगल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ पॉलीगॉन. अब यहाँ पे एंगल प्रॉपर्टीज के अंदर जाते हुए वी आर गोइंग टू लुक इनटू हर पॉलीगॉन की. अगर आप टू मेन जो फर्स्ट क्लासिफिकेशन की अगर बात करें तो एक रेगुलर होगा, एक रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन होगा और एक इर्रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन होगा. Now, what's the difference? Does anyone know? Regular polygon and irregular polygon. For example, I use the term regular hexagon, a regular heptagon, a regular octagon. तो उसका मतलब क्या होगा? और अगर मैं सिर्फ हेक्सागन लिखता हूँ और अगर मैं साथ में रेगुलर की टर्म लगा देता हूँ, सो रेगुलर हेक्सागन, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. रेगुलर, कोई भी रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन जो भी होता है उसकी डेफिनेशन ये है, उसमें नंबर ऑफ साइड्स, sorry, the length of each side and the size of each angle is exactly the same. Okay, many students, they do not have the concept of side and angle. For example, if this is a triangle, whenever the examiner use the term calculate the side, it means he's asking you the length of this side or this side. इनकी yeah. Angle बोलते हैं the angular distance between the two sides. ठीक हो गया? ये एंगल होगा. ठीक हो गया? ये आपके पास एंगल आ गया. सो रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन ऐसे पॉलीगॉन को बोलेंगे जिसमें जितनी भी साइड्स हैं सबकी लेंथ इक्वल होगी और सब के जो एंगल है वो भी, जितने भी एंगल्स हैं वो भी इक्वल होंगे. सो कैन यू थिंक ऑफ एनी रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन व्हिच यू हैव came across with in the past? Square. Very good. Anyone else? Any other example other than square? Square is a regular quadrilateral because it has four sides, and all the four sides, they are equal in length by property, and then it has four angles and each angle is of 90 degrees, so every angle is equal to the other one. So that is why a square is a regular polygon. Any other example? Do we have such type of a triangle? Do we have a regular triangle? What do we call a regular triangle? It's, yes, all the angles are 60 degrees in that, and all three sides are equal, and it has a very specific name, which it is called equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle is name specifically belonging to the triangle, but in general it is a regular triangle. It is also a regular polygon. Okay, now first part is sum of. So first of all, we are dealing with interior angles. Okay, अभी हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंटीरियर एंगल्स की बात कर रहे हैं. इंटीरियर एंगल्स मींस जो मैंने अभी यहाँ पे ट्रायंगल ड्रॉ करके मार्क किए थे. सम ऑफ ऑल इंटीरियर angles. For triangle, somehow we already know it because we've been studying that and using that information since our class 5 or 6. So what is the sum of all angles of a triangle? Online students, please participate. Yes.
360.
One. For a triangle, it's 180 degrees. That's fine, not a problem. Thank you, at least you participated. Okay, then sum of all interior angles of any quadrilateral. Any quadrilateral. If you add up all the angles, we have used this as well. Not as frequent as a triangle, as that of triangle. Triangle को तो हमने बहुत ज़्यादा use किया, हमें पता है इसके तीनों angles को जब भी add करेंगे तो 180 आएगा. Quadrilateral के जब हम सारे angles को add करेंगे तो क्या आएगा?
360.
Very good. 360. Thank you. अच्छा, इसी तरीके से अगर मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ, I want to know the sum of all interior angles of, let's suppose, octagon. अब ये मुझे भी नहीं याद छुपानी. So in order to work out or calculate the sum of all interior angles of any polygon, so we have a very specific formula. This is the formula. Sum is given by the sum of definitely interior angles. N minus 2 into 180. 80 degrees. N minus 2 into 180. N is the number of sides or the number of angles. In a triangle, there are three sides, three angles. It's not the size, it's the quantity, it's the frequency. Okay. In a quadrilateral, there are four sides, four angles. In a pentagon, there are five sides, five angles. So n could be anything. Number of sides, or even you can call it number of angles. It's exactly the same thing. So this is how you get. Let's verify this. Let's apply this on a triangle. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 180 is 180. Let's apply this on a quadrilateral. I'm testing this in these two because for these two, we know it for sure that sum of all interior angle is 180 and sum of all quadrilateral is 360. Let's check it for quadrilateral. 4 take away 2 is 2. 2 times 180 is 360. Now, all of you, can you please work out the interior angles, the sum of all interior angles of an octagon? Do it, please. Sum of all interior angles of an octagon. Yeah. कितना आ रहा है आंसर बेटा? 1080 degrees. हेक्सागन का क्या होगा? हेक्सागन
720.
का होता है, very good, 720 degrees. So this is a very important formula है. ठीक हो गया? अच्छा. Next thing is, if I want to know if the given quadrilateral is a regular, then let's see how it is beneficial to us. But before I go to that point, this is an equilateral triangle. Means all three sides are of in equal length. Because all three sides are of equal length, just for that reason, all three angles will be equal to each other. Exactly in the same way, now sides and angles, they are connected to each other. If you know an isosceles triangle, definitely you must have heard of it. In an isosceles triangle, there are two sides which are equal in length. Just because two sides are equal in length, just because of that, the angles opposite to the two equal sides, they are also equal. So sides and lengths, they are connected. In a polygon where no side is equal to the other one, which is, for example, triangle, such triangle is known as scalene triangle, then no angle is equal to any other angle. Plus, they are connected in another way, that in a scalene triangle, the largest side has the largest angle opposite to it. And the smallest side will have the smallest angle opposite to it. So angles and sides of a polygon, they are connected to each other. When all three sides are equal, then all three angles will be equal in size. Now we know that the sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. Let's divide this sum into three equal parts. Why am I dividing into three? Because there are three angles. So this is going to result in 60 degrees each. We can do the same for a square. So the sum of all interior angles for a square is 360. If I divide, so if I need to know the size of each angle, so in how many equal parts will I be dividing 360? 4, because there are four angles. So if I divide 360 into 4 equal parts, I should get 90 degrees. So that is the size of one angle. Exactly in the same way, if I have, now this is a very important concept. A pentagon in which all 5 sides are equal. Due to that, all 5 angles are going to be equal in length. If I want to know the size of each angle, how will I calculate that? Here I had 360, so I divided into 4 equal parts. Here I had 180, so I divided that into 3 equal parts. So what am I going to do here? Find the sum of interior angles. Very good. And that is going to be 540, I guess. 540. And then you divide 540 into 5 equal parts. So basically, in order to calculate the size of each angle of such shape where all sides are and all angles are of equal length, which we call it as a regular polygon. So what I'm doing here, in this case, I do 180 divided by 3, 360 divided by 4, 540 divided by 5. Have you understood this phenomenon? So what is actually going on? Now let's generalize it and make a formula. If you want to know size of each angle of a regular polygon, because this is very important point that it has to be regular. Regular polygon. If it is not regular, then you cannot divide 360 into 4 equal parts. Okay, the reason I'm dividing 360 into 4 equal parts because I know that all of these angles are going to be equal in length. Same goes for this one, same goes for this one. If it is not regular, then there is no point of doing this process. So let's generalize the formula. In all these 3 calculations, I have done one thing. What? I have divided the sum with the number of sides or the number of angles, isn't it? 360 was the sum of all interior angles divided by the number of angles. 540 was the sum of all interior angles divided the total number of angles in that polygon. So that's the general formula. So sum divided by n, or you know how to write down sum, which is n minus 2 into 180 over n. This is the formula in order to calculate the size of each polygon, sorry, the size of each angle of a रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन। यहां तक क्लियर हुआ? ठीक है, अब ये 2 कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं। पहले कॉन्सेप्ट में हमने क्या देखा? हाउ टू वर्क आउट द सम ऑफ ऑल इंटीरियर एंगल्स, रेगुलर और इरेगुलर, दैट डज नॉट मैटर। ओके, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग हियर, वी आर एडिंग अप ऑल द एंगल्स। ठीक है, वो पॉलीगॉन रेगुलर भी हो सकता है, इरेगुलर भी हो सकता है। Here in this case, with a very specific condition that a polygon is regular, if I want to know the size of an angle, one angle, then divide the sum with the total number of angles. Okay, so whatever the sum is, you divide it into equal parts. तो आपके पास आंसर आ जाएगा। यहाँ तक clear? Now there is another method in order to work out the sum. By doing that method, you will understand the origination of this formula as well. And वो जो दूसरा मेथड है वो भी आना चाहिए, उसकी रीजन ये अक्सर उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आ जाता है एग्जाम। वो मेथड क्या है? सो लेट मी ड्रॉ एन हेक्सागन। इट डजंट हैव टू बी रेगुलर, सो ऑन पर्पस I have kept these 2 lengths lengthier than the other sides, so it doesn't have to be um, a regular one. Okay, now I'm going to name the vertices as A, B, C, D, E, F. Here I'm going to find out the sum of all interior angles. We know one of the formula, which was n minus 2 into 180, which we just did. Now let's see how we can work it out by using a diagram. If the examiner gives you a diagram and if he asks you to use your diagram in order to find out the sum of all interior angles, then this is how you're going to do. Now, if you look, pick any vertex, any vertex of your choice. The reason I'm giving you this liberty because that's how it can be done. You can start from any vertex of your choice. A vertex as in the corner. Mariam Khan is going to tell me which vertex should I go for.
D.
D. All right. So let's just start off the D. Now, as you can see that D is already directly connected with two other vertices, and they are the vertex C and the vertex E. Okay. Now, other than these two, I need to connect D with all other vertices. This one, and this one. D is already connected with E and C. What I have done, I have connected D with every other vertex. Now, what is this BCD? A triangle. What is ABD? ADF is also a triangle. FDE is also a triangle. Now we know without calculation, we do not require any sort of calculation in order to tell the sum of all interior angles of any type of a triangle, and that is 180, 180, 180, 180. So sum of all interior angles of a hexagon is going to be 4 times 180. Now I told you that you will be able to understand the origination of this formula, n minus 2 into 180. This gives you the sum of all interior angles. This is from the diagram. So this shape is a hexagon. N is 6. So 6 minus 2 is eventually going to give you 4. So for example, if this was a decagon, means a 10-sided polygon, तो कितने triangles बनते हैं उसके अंदर? 8. This was a hexagon. इसमें कितने triangles बने? 4. तो अगर कोई डेकागन होता 10-sided shape होती तो उसमें कितने बनते? 8, like 2 less than that. So this is how this formula was generated. ठीक हो गया? यहाँ तक clear है? Are you able to connect the formula with the process, like the manual process? तो ये था आपके पास how to work out the sum of 3 चीजें अभी हमने की हैं. Sum of interior angles by using a formula, regular या फिर irregular, regardless of that. Second, रेगुलर शेप के एक एंगल का साइज निकालना है तो सम डिवाइडेड बाय द टोटल नंबर ऑफ साइड्स या फिर एंगल्स. अगर डायग्राम से आपने सम ऑफ ऑल इंटीरियर एंगल्स निकालना है, then this is how to go about it. Okay. Next, this was interior angles. Now let's talk about exterior angles. First of all, clarification. Whenever we read this term exterior angle, first thing which comes in our mind, our instinct says that this is the exterior angle. इंटीरियर एंगल तो आपके पास ये वाला था, बट ये एक्सटीरियर एंगल नहीं है. दिस इज नॉट एन एक्सटीरियर एंगल. Now let's understand what is actually an exterior angle, then we will see the properties of it. Okay. First of all, exterior angle होता क्या है? हर polygon का exterior angles होते हैं. अब वो होंगे कैसे? Exterior angle is an angle of one side, angular distance of one side with an extension of the other side. So let's draw the extensions here. Now you can pick one direction. So let's say, let's extend each side in a clockwise direction. So while moving clockwise, I'm going to extend this one here, extend this one here, extend this one. Yeah. Now this angle here, this angle here, and this angle here is an exterior angle. ठीक है बेटा? इस एंगल को नहीं कहना कि ये एक्सटीरियर होगा. ये तो एक्सटेंशन का अब एक साइड का अपनी एक्सटेंशन के साथ, वो तो 180 बन गया ना, वो नहीं होगा. ठीक है. वन साइड इसका एंगल विद एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द अदर साइड, so that is basically known as exterior angle. That is known as an exterior angle. For example, I have a trapezium. इधर मैंने clockwise किया था, इधर आप anti clockwise कर लें, that doesn't matter. क्लॉकवाइज करें, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज करें, एक्सटीरियर एंगल के साइज पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ऑलराइट, this, 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 and this. These are exterior angles. Now, let's look into their properties. Same properties होंगी जैसे ऊपर है. दो चीजें जो ऊपर भी हमने दो ही चीजें पढ़ी थी. पहली प्रॉपर्टी सम, मतलब पहली क्या चीज पढ़ी थी? सम ऑफ ऑल इंटीरियर एंगल्स of a polygon, then size of each angle of a regular. यही दो चीजें हमने उसमें भी करनी है. So first of all, sum of all exterior angles, and it is very easy, but in order to remember this, let's practice this. On purpose, I am going to draw an equilateral triangle so that I can explain the concept which I want to. So in an exterior angle, we know a size of each in a regular triangle, we know the size of each interior angle. How much is it? Each one 60 for an equilateral triangle. This is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. Now, just to prove that it doesn't only work with regular shapes, it can work with any shapes. I have drawn a right angle triangle here as well. So we know, let's suppose this is 90. Let's take this as 30 degrees and this one as 60 degrees. Now I'm going to draw exterior angles here. 1, 2, 3. How much is this one? कितना है? 120. ये कितना है? Also 120. ये कितना है? Again 120. ठीक हो गया. ये कितना है? 120. ये कितना है? 150. ये 90 degrees. Now these are the two examples here. What will be the sum of all exterior angles of a triangle? 360. So we should be able to get exactly same answer from here. So what will be the sum of all exterior angles in this case? You can work that out. 150 plus 90 plus 120. You should be able to get 360. आसान है, बट अभी तक तो मैंने फॉर्मूला बताया ही नहीं. अभी आगे भी चलते हैं. So this was the proof. रेगुलर हो या इरेगुलर हो, डजंट मैटर. सामने तो हमेशा सेम ही रहना है, वो पीछे भी हमने कर लिया. रेगुलर से सिर्फ और सिर्फ किस में फर्क आता है? ईच एंगल का साइज पे. ठीक है, इधर देखें तो रैंडम है, डिफरेंट है. यहाँ पे सब एक जैसे. तो अब मैं यहाँ पे क्वाड्रिलेटरल बनाते हैं, स्क्वायर, और इनकी एक्सटेंशंस भी ड्रॉ करते हैं. All right. Now, how much is this? How much is this? How much is this? How much is this? Also 90. कितना बन गए? 300 and oh, do you notice anything strange here? What is it? The sum hasn't changed. While we were talking about the triangle, interior angles and exterior angles. For triangle, the sum of interior angles was 180, exterior angle is 360. For quadrilateral, sum of all interior angles was 360. We just checked, it is still 360. For a pentagon, the sum of all interior angles was 540. Exterior angle will still be 360. So what do you conclude from here? The sum of exterior angles of any polygon is always what? 360. So do we need a formula to calculate this? No, we don't need it. So there is no formula for the sum of all exterior angles. Let me take you back. The first thing which we studied in interior angles was how to calculate the sum of all interior angles because it was different. So we needed a formula. For every polygon, it was a different sum. So that is why we had a formula. For exterior angles, we do not need a formula because we have just seen that the sum of all exterior angles will always be how much? How much? 360. So we do not need any formula. So what do we need? We need to remember this thing. Sum of all exterior angles of any polygon is always 360 degrees. Got it? All right. Let's go back. When we had a regular polygon and we wanted to find out the size of each angle, what we did? Sum divided by the number of angles. Sum divided by the number of angles. So this formula gives us the sum, the numerator part divided by the number of angles. Now, while talking about exterior angles, what will we do? Sum divided by number of angles. We'll be doing exactly the same thing. But what is the sum in that case? No, in exterior angles. What is the sum of exterior angles? So 360 divided by n. That's it. Okay. So 360 divided by n will give you the size of each angle. Let's apply that over here. 360 is the sum of all exterior angles divided by 3. Are you getting 120? 360 divided by 3. 120. So what will be the sum? What will be the size of each exterior angle of a regular pentagon? 360 divided by 5. What will you get?
72.
70. Good. So let's just summarize this. Sum of all angles, size of each angle. Okay. Interior, exterior. Sum of all interior angles for any polygon is given by n minus 2 into 180. Sum of all exterior angle is always 360 degrees. Size of each angle is always given by, for interior angle, sum over the number of sides, which leaves us with sum, the formula of the sum, which is n minus 2 into 180 over the number of sides or the number of angles. Here, the sum is always 360, so 360 over n. Okay, so sum divided by n, sum divided by n. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? चल कुछ क्वेश्चंस करें इसके। टॉपिक कंप्लीट हो गया, बस इतना सा था ये। इसमें कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लें, क्योंकि ये टॉपिक खत्म हो चुका है। आज ही स्टार्ट किया है, आज ही अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह खत्म हो गया। छोटा सा टॉपिक था ये। मैं इसकी वर्कशीट ओपन करता हूँ। चलिए जी। All right. The pentagon has three angles which are each 140. Is this pentagon a regular one? No. Very good. The other two interior angles are equal. Whatever the size of this one is, it is going to have exactly the same size as that of this one. Or not all five are equal. These two are equal and these three are equal. Calculate the size of one of these angles. So what is the sum of all sides of all angles of a pentagon? So this is x and this is x. So if you do not know the sum of all five angles of a pentagon, so this is how you're going to work it out. So sum is 5 minus 2 into 180, which gives you 540 degrees. So from 500, so basically 2x, so 2 times x plus how many times 140? 3 times 140 degrees is equals to, you have a linear equation, make x the subject and you will have your answer. X equals to 60 degrees. Very good. Okay. अच्छा, ये वाली प्रॉपर्टीज अभी हमने नहीं की, पॉलीगॉन की नहीं है ये पैरेलल लाइंस की, ये बीच में ये, क्योंकि ये वर्कशीट है जनरल एंगल प्रॉपर्टीज का, तो इसमें पॉलीगॉन्स की भी आएंगी और दूसरी भी आएंगी। ओके, द फ्रंट ऑफ द हाउस इज इन द शेप ऑफ अ hexagon with two right angles. Right angle means 90 degrees. Okay, the other four angles are all the same size. If this is x, this is going to be x, this is going to be x, and this is going to be x as well, because all other four angles are of exactly same size. Hexagon, the sum of all interior angles of a hexagon is 720. कितना आता है? 4 times 180 is 720. So this is how you work out the sum. Now 4x plus 90 and 90 is 180. This should be equals to 720. You have your linear equation, make x the subject and you will have your answer. This question. Examiner is asking you to work out the value of x. What is this shape here? Okay, it's mentioned here. It is a quadrilateral. We know three angles of a quadrilateral. Can we easily work out the fourth one? Yes, because the sum is 360. From 360, take away 82, 120, and 73. You will have the fourth interior angle. कितना आता है? 85. 3x 85. So this is 85 degrees. Now this is an exterior angle. how much is this going to be? 180 minus 85 degrees, which is going to be 95. Value of x is 95. If I'm going fast, do let me know. Okay, online students, if I'm going fast, do let me know. Okay, the diagram shows two of the exterior angles of a regular polygon with n number of sides. Calculate the value. So they haven't shown you the complete polygon, so because that it would have killed the purpose. They want you to find out the name of the polygon. Oh, sorry, how many sides are there. They have given you each exterior angle. How would you relate? What was the formula for 360 divided by n was giving you one exterior angle. Now, this is what we need to find out. So 360 divided by n is equals to 6. So n will be equals to 360 divided by n. ये n डिवाइड हो रहा है तो जाके मल्टीप्लाई होगा, तो 6 इधर आके डिवाइड हो जाएगा. तो कितना आता है? 6. तो कितनी साइड्स हैं इस पॉलीगॉन की? 60 साइड्स हैं. ओके, ये पॉलीगॉन की ही बनती है और साथ में एट द सेम टाइम लाइंस की भी बनती है. इनको बोलते हैं वर्टिकली ऑपोजिट एंगल्स. ठीक है, अगर नहीं समझ में आया तो कोई मसला नहीं है, मैं पढ़ाऊंगा. जिनको एक्स शेप से जो ऑपोजिट साइड पे एंगल्स होते हैं वो सेम होते हैं. सो दिस इज 55. ये भी जिस तरह पीछे हमने क्वाड्रिलेटरल का किया है, ये ट्रायंगल का सम 180 होता है, तो 180 टेक अवे 55 एंड 50, दिस विल गिव यू दिस वन 75. एक ट्रायंगल के केस में वैसे ये वाला जो एंगल होता है, इट इज द सम ऑफ दीज टू, एक ट्रायंगल के केस में. बहरहाल 75. अब 180 माइनस 75 करेंगे, आपके पास 105 याद है. Lines. The exterior angle of a polygon is 36. What is the name of this polygon? एक एक्सटीरियर एंगल रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन का 36 है. क्या फॉर्मूला था रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन के एक्सटीरियर एंगल का? 360 over n, that gives you an angle. So 360 over n equals 36. So 360 over 36 equals, and कितना आता है? आंसर क्या आ रहा है? 10. The name of the polygon, so it is going to be decagon. So you should know the names. कोशिश करें 20 तक याद कर लें. Find the interior angle of a regular polygon with 18 sides. एक एंगल का साइज पूछ रहे हैं, not asking for the sum of all interior angles. Find the interior angle of a regular polygon with 18 sides. Sum divided by n. Sum is given by n minus 2 into 180 divided by n, and n in this case is 18. क्या आंसर आता है?
2880. Or
तो
divide.
कितना? 160.
160.
160.
Find the sum of interior angles of 25 sided polygon. सम पूछ रहे हैं, सारे इंटीरियर एंगल्स का सम पूछ रहा है. क्या बनेगा? जस्ट n minus 2 into 180, वो जो सम वाला फॉर्मूला लिखवाया था. So 23 into 180 कितना आता है? 4140 degrees. है, मैं आपको मुश्किल वाला क्वेश्चन कराना चाह रहा हूँ. ये वही क्वेश्चन है. 5 एंगल्स हैं हेक्सागोन के, 115 है. ठीक है, 6th एंगल पूछ रहा है. पांचों सेम है, एक एंगल डिफरेंट है. वो जो पीछे डायग्राम के साथ था, यहाँ पे बगैर डायग्राम के, तो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना इससे. तो शुरू में क्वेश्चन आया था. ले, ये वाला क्वेश्चन मैं ढूंढ रहा था. ये क्वेश्चन करें. अ रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन हैज इंटीरियर एंगल ऑफ 172 degrees फाइंड द नंबर ऑफ साइड्स ऑफ दिस पॉलीगॉन। अच्छा देखिए, बल्कि सुन लें, करेंगे तो ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा। वैसे तो इंटीरियर एंगल्स का फॉर्मूला क्या था आपके पास, रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन के इंटीरियर एंगल का फॉर्मूला जो एक एंगल का साइज बताता है। सो एन एंगल वाज इक्वल्स टू n minus 2 into 180 over n। ये थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मूला है, आपको एंगल दिया हुआ है, आपने n फाइंड करना है, तो आप इसको इधर लेके जाएंगे, रीअरेंज काफी हो जाता है, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन हो जाता है। नाउ प्ले स्मार्ट। 172 अगर इंटीरियर एंगल है, मैं सिर्फ एक साइड बनाता हूं, तो एक्सटीरियर कितना होगा बेटा, एक्सटीरियर कितना होगा 8। So instead of going with 172, go with एक्सटीरियर एंगल। एक्सटीरियर एंगल के साथ उसका फॉर्मूला क्या है, एंगल इज इक्वल टू 360 ओवर है। ये आसान है, ये आसान है, ये बता सकते। तो जब इंटीरियर एंगल दिया हो एक रेगुलर का और आपसे पूछे नंबर ऑफ साइड्स निकालें या नंबर ऑफ एंगल्स निकालें, तो आप इंटीरियर को कन्वर्ट करें एक्सटीरियर में, फिर करें, आंसर इससे भी आ जाता है, बट ये थोड़ा सा लेंथी प्रोसेस हो जाता है, कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा। आप अभी इनिशियल स्टेज में बेशक इससे भी करें और इससे भी करें, लेकिन पेपर में आप कोशिश करें स्मार्ट प्ले करें, लेकिन डायरेक्ट इस पे नहीं जाना, आप मेंशन करेंगे इफ इंटीरियर इज 172, एक्सटीरियर विल बी 180 माइनस 172, तो ये आ जाए। तो n विल बी इक्वल टू 360 डिवाइडेड बाय 8। कितना आंसर आता है, 360 ओवर 8 कितना आएगा,
45
4
45
45। सो 45 साइडेड पॉलीगॉन है। एक चैलेंज क्वेश्चन लें, जिसने सबसे पहले करके भेज दिया उसको 1000 रुपया मिलेगा। मैं ये वर्कशीट भी भेज दूंगा, नोट्स भी भेज दूंगा, तो ये चैलेंज क्वेश्चन लें आप लोग। जो सबसे पहले करके भेजेगा और ठीक करके भेजेगा वो 1000 रुपया विन कर लेगा। सो ये एक पेंटागन है, नीचे एक क्वाड्रिलेटरल है, दे आर नॉट रेगुलर, ठीक है, दे आर नॉट रेगुलर। ये मैं जुबानी बता रहा हूँ, लिखना है आप लिख लें, नन ऑफ दीज आर रेगुलर। A B C D E F G। Question is find A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G। इन सारे एंगल्स को ऐड करके क्या आएगा, ये आपका चैलेंज है, चैलेंज क्वेश्चन है, 1000 रुपीज क्वेश्चन। टाइम आपके पास है 8 बजे तक। इस 8 बजे से पहले पहले जिसने सबसे पहले करके भेज लिया उसका 1000 रुपया, ठीक है जी। सी यू ऑल टुमारो। ये मैं नोट्स वगैरह भेज देता हूँ और वर्कशीट इसकी भेज देता हूँ ग्रुप के ऊपर। अल्लाह हाफिज।